Okay, Cancer, this is your February 2024 general reading. So, again, it's not going to resonate with everyone. Take what does, leave the rest. Otherwise, check back next month or check out a different reader. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment if it does. Also, make sure to go ahead and follow me on Instagram at JaylinK79. Or if you want to book a personal read, the website is www.designhertouch.com, or follow me here on YouTube at Designherjenn Tarot. Now listen, Cancer, for the month of February, I'm only going to do, this is just your general reading. I'm not going to really talk about love at all in this reading because I'm going to do a separate reading closer to Valentine's for love for all signs. So Cancer, what do you have for February? Okay, so 2 cards just came out. All right, Cancer, so your first card is light, and your second card, your second card is power. Okay, then I'm going to get one of these just to see if there's any additional messages for Cancer. One thing about my readings is typically I like to keep my reads very short. I don't like to do really long readings. Okay, so this is important. You have passed on loved ones. Okay, so Cancer, during the month of February, your first card is the light card. And what this talks about is that well, 2 things. One, the light card, which means you could be in the limelight. This could be a month where you attract a lot of people's attention for some reason. Perhaps you look good. Perhaps you do something important. Perhaps you're on TV for something, or your social media post goes crazy, something like that. But it's almost as if you're shining bright. Your light within is shining bright. And what this does is this attracts people to you. So in the month of February, perhaps you attract in like new friendships, new family, not family members, but new friendships. You make new friends at work. Maybe new love comes in for you, people you can date. But it also talks about people looking at you and being inspired by the way that you shine, the way that you're happy, the way that you do things, your light. And from that, it almost inspires them. So it's kind of like during this month of February, people look to you. People might come to you. People might ask your advice. People might want to date you, want to take you out. It's just because you're shining bright because of something that you've gone through or something that you've done, and people will see that and they appreciate it, like it, love it, respect it, whatever. They might even want to just follow it and copy it. Also, sometimes this card can talk about seeing the light in certain situations. So maybe in February, suddenly you see the light in a certain situation, like, I thought this wasn't gonna work, this was going bad, and all of a sudden you get some type of hope because you're like, oh, things changed, I finally got the loan, or I just got information that the house is back on the market, or I thought I was gonna have to salvage this car, but I found out I could get it fixed. So something with you kind of being the light, attracting a lot of attention, or seeing the light in a certain situation. The next card is power. And that card talks about having courage. So it's almost as if we all go through struggles in life. And in February, maybe there is some type of struggle that comes up. But again, you see the light in the situation, and you also have the power and the courage to get through it. So there's nothing you can't get through. There's nothing that's going to hold you down too long. So don't be stressed out if something does come up or something does go wrong. I think eventually it'll just kind of says like it'll work out for you. But this definitely talks about you are the type of person who can resolve issues, that you have the ability to deal with adverse conditions. And also, it says sometimes you have to work in harmony in a given situation. So you might have to kind of like work with someone else, or work with someone unexpected, or maybe just do some things where you kind of like, all right, fine, I'll just agree to do this to make it work. But if something does come up and there's some type of mistake that you make, or something goes wrong, or something doesn't work, Spirit says just look and see, like, what did you learn from this, and can this be avoided later on? So maybe you For example, maybe you waited too long to get your heater checked and now your heater breaks down and you're like, oh my God, we're going without heat. What are we going to do? Well, it's okay. You call the heating company out. It's a simple fix. It wasn't as bad. But now you know going forward, if your heater's making that same noise, or if you don't have money set aside and this happens again, you need to be prepared. So from that's kind of what's going on in February. Again, attracting attention, being in the limelight. Others are coming to you or looking up to you. If something negative is going on or does come up, don't worry. You have the strength to get through it. Just kind of look at it as a learning lesson. If you make some type of mistake, again, don't beat yourself up about it. Look at it as a learning mistake. Or maybe you it seems bad, but you're able to turn it around and make it better. And then people are like, oh, great, you handled that problem really well. But you also have passed on loved ones. So that card talks about in the month of February, perhaps there is something going on where you find yourself thinking a lot about people who have passed away, or maybe there is a loss of someone in the month of February. Or maybe something happens and you feel bad about something that happened. Spirit says, we don't want you to be sad. We don't want you to hold any guilt. We want you to have the courage to just move forward. Things happen. If someone passed away and you never got to say your last goodbyes, or maybe you argued with them before they passed on and you think about that. No, listen, what did you learn from that? You learn going forward, just, make amends with people, or don't go to bed angry. But at the end of the day, Spirit says, don't beat yourself up, okay? Your passed on loved ones do not want you to feel sad or guilty or hold on to anything negative. They want you to know that they're around you, that they love you, and that they are there trying to guide you, trying to help you. Some of you might really need to hear that. Maybe February is a month where you lost someone, or maybe in February you do lose someone, or maybe in February you think about something that you did, that, a mistake you made years ago, and Spirit is like, look, did you learn from it? Okay, great. Don't beat yourself up about it. But that's what I have for Cancer for the month of February.